Hey, everybody, it's me, Julieann Hartman, and welcome to the Unpopular Mom lunch break session. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's always going to be quick, because it's just a few minutes, but I'm so excited because I want to talk to you about something that is so prevalent on my heart. When I hear this statement, it makes my blood boil. I mean, when I hear parents say this one sentence, this statement, I want to take them and say, stop it. What did you do? I know I'm shaking everything because I get so passionate about this stuff. So you're probably wondering, what are you talking about, Julieann? What do parents say to you that makes you so mad? And it does make me mad. It infuriates me because I don't know how this happens. I don't know how it did happen. I don't know how it's still happening. And I don't know when some parents, not all, but some parents that are experiencing this on a daily basis, I don't know when things are going to change for them. I hope it does. Most likely by a certain age, if you're still doing this, then your kids are not going to change and you are literally stuck with what you allowed them to do. And yes, I said that word, whatever you allowed them to do. So you're wondering, what is the statement, Julieann? What is it? Tell us, what are you saying? Here's the statement. I have no control over my kids. That's so irritating when I hear that. I have no control of my kids. How do you have no control over your kids? You started off, okay, we're not going to talk about I adopted them and I got them at age, 10 or whatever. This is for somebody that has given birth right now. This is what we're going to talk about just right now. This is someone that gave birth to a child and now they are 12, 13 years old. They could even be 8 years old. And you're saying, I have no control over my child. This is very bad because what's happened is your child doesn't respect you. Your child doesn't honor you. Your child is not afraid of you. And I don't mean that as that they're afraid you're going to hurt them, but there's got to be some kind of what we call healthy fear of your parents. See, the pendulum has swung so far the other way that parents are just coddling their children in ways where they're not growing. They're digressing. They're becoming children again instead of growing up to be adults. And then when they get to be a little bit older and they suffer any kind of setback, any kind of, if anybody's saying no to them, they don't know what to do. They've never been said no to. They've never been told no. That's bad. Did you hear what I just said? Literally, that is bad. That kids are not being told no. That is exactly where our society is headed, into a place where there is no respect or honor for authority. Now everybody's like this, so I'm not talking. If it's not you, give this teaching to somebody else. Say, hey, I got something I want you to show. Something I want to show you. Because we all had those kids that our kids became friends with. And then we went over to their house and we had a little play date. And the kid was disrespecting the parents so much and saying ridiculous, crazy stuff. You're like, what? Who are you? Who are you talking to your parent like that? And then your child came home and tried it on you. We've all had that happen. And if you haven't, then maybe you're the parent that is letting the child talk to you that way. This is a hard pill to swallow. I know I've probably angered a lot of you, but I have to be honest about this because this is what has happened in our society. This is what has happened. I saw this thing on Instagram that was like, well, yeah, this sums it up. It's a little baby, maybe about 3 years old, 2 to 3 years old, running down an aisle at a grocery store, hitting the floor, throwing a temper tantrum. And the mom comes in, hits the floor, and is looking at the child eye to eye and saying, basically begging the kid to to stand up with her, that whatever is wrong, whatever upsets you, I'm so sorry. Let's make this work. And do you want to get up? Oh, no, you don't want to get up. Like, no, I don't want to get. Oh, okay. No, you don't have to get up. It's like, that was the epitome. I mean, seriously, that was so disturbing to see this video of somebody that is just literally working for the 2-year-old. Like, we don't do that. You've got to establish the authority and the relationship immediately. I'm the mom, you're the child. You don't know what you're doing yet. You will, but you need to listen to me. Now, this is not, I know that people are saying, well, my parents were just, completely out of control. They messed up my lives and all that. So this is not for that. I just want to be very clear that this is for the parent that is allowing the child, that, you're not off as an, destroying your family through addictions and adultery and affairs and all that stuff. This is somebody that really cares, of course, about your child, because I'm telling you, if you are addicted to things and you're not paying attention to your kids because you're only paying attention to your own self and all the issues and all the problems, and you're neglecting your child, that is a problem. And that's the problem I have, is that it's so sad because only the child is going to suffer in this, because we're so consumed with how we feel that we don't even look at how the child might feel and how the child is dealing with life. So that's why it's like, get over yourself, go get help, do whatever you need to do, but get off the drugs, get off the alcohol, get off the addictions, and start paying attention to your child. Because let me tell you, they will be the ones that will take care of you later in life. How do you want that to be? Do you want them to hate you? Do you want them to neglect you like you neglected them? I mean, this is a hard pill to swallow, and some of you are not going to like this. And if it's already happened, and this is already a thing, that this is already happening in your family, there is still time to pray for your child. There is still time to pray for this situation to turn around. Why? Because with God, anything is possible. With man, there's nothing. And all things are impossible. They're very hard. But with God, all things are possible. So you want to pray for your child. You want to start praying for God to start opening up the heart of your child and yourself to accept each other and to move on from there and develop a relationship, a mother-child, a father-child relationship with your children. So do we want to let them just throw those temper tantrums and just coddle them and tell them it's okay that they do that? There's all different ways of parenting. And what's interesting, it's like every generation, oh, there's a new way. And you see on TikTok and Instagram, it's like, this is the new way that we parent. It's like, no, I'm sorry, there is no new way. And again, I'm going to get letters and I'm going to get people not liking this, but it's okay. Because you know why? I've got proof. I'm not just me, my husband and I have the 2 most amazing adult children. The most amazing adult children. Wow. Can I just tell you how awesome it is to know that you've got like your future. Now, your future is great because you've got kids that never once gave you any problems. Our girls never gave us not one problem. These were not ugly girls, and these were not girls that we kept, locked away in a closet. These were girls that went to public schools, that were around anything and everything. These are girls that we loved being with, and they loved being with us. There was a family relationship that was amazing. And I mean, gosh, you talk about just being blessed. My goodness, are we blessed with those girls? So it does work. You don't have to worry about all this like, oh, what's the new way of raising a kid? Hey, a new way of raising a child is loving them. And it's not just loving them into doing anything you want to do. It's loving them into what? Into, if you do this, here's a consequence. If you do that, this is what happens. It's being honest with them. It's sharing with them that they don't know everything. Hey, this is a real thing. I don't want to upset them. You don't want to upset them, but you want to help them in the destruction in their life, because you won't love them in a place where they're supposed to be loved as a parent, to teach them right and wrong, to teach them about responsibility, to teach them about how to be fair, to be generous, right? You can't teach your children to do that because you don't want to upset them. See, right now, the way the world is, everybody looks that way. How about if you're different? Because I'm telling you, this is your future, and your future, how do you want this to pan out? Your future is either going to be, amazing because there's so much love for your family, and your family is responsive to you and wants to, hang with you and do things with you and do business deals with you and have you a part of their kids' life. And, again, invest things together. I'm just trying to pull things out, spending just quality time together, trying to figure out dates to spend that time together because you love spending that time together. If you want that in your adult life and you're not going in your bedroom going, oh, yeah, I can't wait. Meaning, like, if you guys are, let's say you're on a vacation together and you walk into your room, you and your husband like, oh God, I can't wait for this vacation to be over. I can't stand being with them. Now's the time to do it, young parents. Don't wait. It doesn't work when you wait. The world is literally going after your kids to teach them so much disrespect that you will never be respected as when they become adults. This is a real hard, tough subject, but it's got to be talked about. Not everybody wants to talk about it, but I know that God has instructed me to talk about it. So here we go. Write all the letters you want, because you know what? I know what works. I worked it. I saw it. I see my results, and they are awesome. So do not feel condemned if you didn't do it this way and your kids are older. Don't worry about that. You just start praying for God to open up doors, for him to show you what doors to open and show you what doors you need to walk into to capture the heart of your children so that you can have a legacy of relationships with your family for eternity until Jesus comes back. Okay. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time